I'm Justin Petty, and welcome to A Little Bit Petty, where I get to chit-chat and gab with my friends and get a little bit petty. Hey, Kelsey, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing well. I'm
Good,
Kelsey.
good.
Nice to meet y'all.
Nice to see you, Kelsey. You are glowing today, girl.
Thank you. I try.
She is looking so stunning with all this leather. I wish everyone could see the full outfit, y'all. She's so pretty. I only have pretty guests, y'all. No offense. No offense. I only got pretty guests. So how was your week?
It's been real chill, just work the vibe.
Ooh, yes.
I just came back to Chicago.
Yes, how was New York?
Yeah, it was...
Because you're originally from New York, right?
Well, I was born in New York, but then when I was 12 or 13, my mom moved to Connecticut, so that's actually where I was. It's a little less exciting. But yeah, so I was in Connecticut. It was boring. I got COVID. But
oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. I got COVID. She didn't kill me though.
No,
I'm stronger because of that.
Oh, come on, booster! You're a vaccine. We believe in the vaccine at A Little Bit Petty.
Yes, we really do. Get vaccinated.
Girl, get vaccinated. But was there anything? What was the best part about it, at least?
About being back home.
Yeah.
I mean, getting to spend Christmas with my mom.
Aww.
Yeah, it's always nice to be back home with the family.
It really is. It's always so nice to kind of chill, sit back, and since we're still in January, just coming back for Christmas, it's really nice to kind of come back and relax and do things. I'm just really excited about this new year. Do you have any New Year's resolutions you're kind of going for, or goals that you're looking forward to for the new year?
I guess my last New Year's resolution, I never quite made it, so we could just roll over.
One more time.
Yeah,
through.
Summer body 2022. Here we come.
Yes, you trying to get that summer body.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's long overdue.
Yeah, last year when I tell y'all, I worked out 6 days a week. That shit was not cute at all. But I look good. I look snatched. We'll put a couple pictures up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in post, just to show the body off a little bit. But you got a good body, Kelsey.
Yes, thank you.
You are always so snatched and skinny, girl.
It's giving twink realness.
Twink, yes.
Yeah. Skinny legend, Mariah can never.
No, Mariah can never. Mariah can never. The only thing that Mariah can do is sing, because, everyone likes to say that she can, but, I'm a really big proponent on Mariah.
Listen, she can sing. I just feel like if you sing in that range for so many years, it's going to fry your voice.
Of course.
But
literally.
she definitely can sing. Not everybody could do that.
No, literally, I couldn't.
No, I couldn't.
Girl, I try every day to sing, especially when I was a little wee baby. I really wanted to sing so bad, but my parents never gave me lessons or anything, and that was always weird. So what were you like when you were younger?
I was honestly, I feel like I was a boring ass child. I was just very follow the rules, get straight A's, just very, very by the book. If there was a perfect child,
Oh no, Kelsey was the perfect child.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you were a straight A bitch.
I was a straight A bitch. Yes.
Did you ever get into any drama in high school? Anything like that? Was there ever a big scandal with your name on it?
The closest I came to a big scandal was in 8th grade. I slapped a person.
Ooh.
But that's really it. That's the only time.
Why'd you slap them?
They tried to kick me in the balls. So it was
oh, okay. Then they deserve a slap.
That's what I'm saying. It was girl, I'm coming for you.
Oh, you said get away from me. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It was giving Super Smash Bros. I just had to bam.
Just knock her out of there.
Yeah.
I think I got into 2 fights in my whole entire life.
I would not want to fight you. Were you always like the taller kid?
No, I was actually one of the shortest kids in my high school. I went to an all black school, and everyone was geographically just tall, and not to say all black people are tall, because that's not true.
Right.
But
the ones from your high school were tall.
They were very, 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 very tall. Everyone was 6 feet. Girl, no one from my school is really gay now, except me and one other person. Maybe, I don't know. I've only kept in touch with a few of them, and when I went back home, I will say there were a lot of not gay people at my school. But when I went back home and went on Grindr, there were a lot of racist profiles. So I don't know who that was.
Listen.
Let's not.
I know all about that. When I go back home to Connecticut, I just get people messaging me sometimes from Grindr, and they're oh, hey Kelsey, and I'm my name isn't in my profile. You went to high school with me. Who are you?
Ooh, Grindr's weird.
Yeah, no, I don't listen. if you're brave enough to put your name on Grindr, put your name on Grindr. But I don't put my name on Grindr because bitches on Grindr, or people on Grindr are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had like one incident once where I was on the train and this guy like messaged me and he was like, it was just a faceless profile and he was like, "You're really cute," and I was like, "Thank you." And he was, "Can I see your picture? Can I see your face?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, if you want to see my face, just get off at the Sheridan stop." It's like, that's a no.
Get off at the Sheridan stop. Yeah. Bitch, you can see me?
He was literally in the cart with me. So ever since then, I got like spooked out. I just like don't keep my name on Grindr because some of y'all are weird.
Yeah. I think the first time I ever went on Grindr was in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. And I went to this guy's house and I felt like it, like, thinking about it now, it's definitely like a Degrassi story. Like, it was not easy because I went to this guy's house and like I went alone, like no one knew about it because, you know, it's just coming out and I wanted to see if I was gay. Mm-hmm. He was really cute and all these things. And then I was like, I actually want to stop. And trigger warning. Nothing really happens, but like just this could be a triggering situation for someone. So I go in, we start to kiss, and then he's like, "Okay, let's have the moment." And I'm like, "I'm not prepped, actually." And I was like, "I actually can't do this." And so he's like, "You're gonna do this," and I was like, "No." And then he locks the door. Bitch, when I tell you, I had to turn off like Gentle Justin and turn on 6'3" Justin. I was like, "You are gonna let me out," and I pushed him out the way, unlocked the door, and left because I'm like, "Bitch, ain't nobody gonna keep me into this house."
No, absolutely not. Absolutely the fuck not.
Girl.
Especially if I don't know you, like that's unacceptable behavior from anyone. But if I just met you off Grindr, you can catch these pepper spray.
Girl,
I don't fight. You can catch my pepper spray.
That's why whenever I go to Grindr's house now, I always have a little butter knife in my pocket just in case. Just a
little butter knife.
Just a little butter knife, just because I don't want to kill nobody. I just want to. Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know what butter knife is going to do, but like, it feels intimidating when it's in my hand or
listen,
in my pocket.
I feel like that's another reason why I carry around pepper spray. You know, like POC. I don't like if something happens, I don't want to get like thrown in jail.
Girl.
Like even if it was self-defense. So I just pepper spray, bitch, and then you could just like dip, and nobody could really say nothing to you because I didn't hurt you.
Exactly, I didn't hurt you. Like you'll get your eyes back.
Yeah,
but you shouldn't have been touching me.
That's it. Hello.
Period. Like,
and
no.
now you'll know better.
Exactly. Now you know better. Because, girl, when I tell you, men suck.
Yeah.
Men truly do suck because, honestly, people just, it's not just men. People suck. I've realized because, you know, as a pansexual baby, I've tried to date throughout all genders and all these things, and like, relationships are hard. And, I mean, if everyone's, like, sometimes people are like, if you're going through a lot of breakups, the common denominator could be you, but like, okay. I don't think so.
I mean, like, yes and no. Like, obviously, there's always things that you can improve on in a relationship because, like, that's just, like, life.
Right. I'm pretty perfect. I don't know. We're pretty perfect.
Yeah, I take back what I said.
Come on, we're too pretty for that.
Just a little bit petty or just a little bit perfect?
Exactly, just a little bit pretty, actually.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna get into a little bit of your dating life. Do we have any people that are coming in, going out, looking through?
I mean, like I said, I just came back from Connecticut.
You didn't meet your love and your life in Connecticut?
Girl, there's nobody out there. I'm gonna marry a reindeer? Like, what am I?
There could be a little cute farmer on the way, a little farmer person. No farmers.
Not from Connecticut. So no offense to my nutmeggers out there, but no.
Ew, my nutmeggers.
That's what people from Connecticut are called.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. What are people from Illinois called? Do they have a thing?
Chicagoans? I thought it was Chicagoans.
Well, people from Chicago are Chicagoans, not people from Illinois. You so pretty, Bessie.
I hate you. No, please. You so pretty, Bessie. I love you. No. I had another question, but now I'm losing my train of thought. So you went to Connecticut, you went to New York, you're back in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Now I need to know, like, where do you like more? Not Connecticut, between New York and Chicago. Like, what's the difference to you? And would you move back to New York ever?
Maybe. The way that I always explain it to people, I say that I love the city of Chicago more than the city of New York. But I love the people of New York more than the people of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
But I think that just has to do with, like, me growing up in New York and, like, just, like, understanding people of that, like, nature, that mindset.
What's the biggest difference to you?
people from New York just don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
get
they
that.
just, like, tell you how they feel, and, that's for you to figure out how you're gonna feel about it. You know what I mean? Like,
because I'm
Yeah.
sensitive. I'm a little sensitive. I went to New York for 2 days, and people, the train here is so polite, like, compared to New York. New York, get out my way. Here, everyone will at least try to maneuver around you. But I also think the people, people are a little more eclectic here, a little bit more zany on the subway stations here.
On the red line past a certain hour, absolutely.
Girl,
and that blue line. Nobody
Girl,
talks about
that
the blue line.
that blue line serves nothing but a little like. It feels like you're in a horror movie. Like, the lights are a little bit more dim. Like, that line is not cute to be in.
When I first moved to Chicago, that I didn't really know Chicago.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm going back home, because it was like winter break in college, and I was taking the blue line to go to O'Hare, and my flight was like flying a red eye flight because I was poor, and
I mean, it wasn't Spirit. I'm a Spirit girl.
No, it wasn't Spirit. I think it was JetBlue or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I try to not fly Spirit because I don't want to become one just yet. But you know, maybe a little down the road.
Maybe when I care about my life, just a little less.
Just a little less. But yeah, no. So I was just like on the blue line. It was like my first time on the blue line at like 2 a.m. Just on my way to O'Hare, and it was an experience, girl. It was, yeah.
I had to take the green line all the way down to I'm forgetting what stop. Past Kedzie, like, girl.
You were like out.
And because I was going to a ball. I was my first ball, and I didn't realize that balls were in such, like, on the south side of Chicago or like the east. I forgot exactly where I was, but like it was far east or far south. Like I can't remember. It was like when I first got here.
Say maybe west, not east. We got that lake.
Oh, west, far out west, girl. I don't know my directions. I've lived here for 2 years and I still don't know whatever. But it was just really far out, and I remember getting out. I looked around. I was like, and I was like, the thing is, I was so gay, and I walked out, and like I look across the train station, and someone's like, you know, jacking it on the train station, and when I know. And they're looking at me, and I'm trying everything to look away, but I know they're looking at me. And like when I go down, I see these 3 guys. Like I look down the steps and I see these 3 guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't walk to the place. I was like, I need an Uber. So I stayed out on top of the train station with the guy that was like,
just jacking off to you.
Yeah, because there was like so like I looked down and I'm like, I don't want to test my luck. Like I don't want to be that girl. Like I don't know what they're doing, but I'm a little nervous baby. And so, like, when I finally go down, like, I suddenly start to walk down because, like, the Uber's, like, 5 minutes away. And they're like, hey, yo. And I'm like, hi. And they all start talking to me a little bit. And I'm like, and, like, they start asking me, like, do you know where, like, certain things are? Like, because when you're in drag or, like, geesh, people like to, you know, assume things about you and assume that you always know where, like, the lit stuff is. And, girl, because, you know, us femme folk, you know, people just think we like to party all the time. And that's not always true. It's sometimes
Speak for yourself.
True.
But
I hate you.
Let me know where the party's at.
Girl. Speaking of favorite party that you've been to recently, like, if there was a party that you remember, like, where, like, shit went down or, like, something exciting happened, what do you think sticks out in your brain?
Well, I feel like the last party that I went to that I, like, remember really vividly was probably my Halloween party.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I also am really biased because I just really liked what I was wearing, so maybe that's
you
why
were like
so
6'5".
Yeah,
like,
it was tall.
Serving Playboy bunny realness.
Yeah, so I, for those of y'all, I mean, y'all don't know me, but I'm 5'10", and I was wearing these 10-inch heels, so, I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but somebody could figure that out.
Yeah.
That's how tall I was.
Wow.
I also had, like, it wasn't a headpiece, but, like, the bunny ear, so it was,
like, it made you even taller.
Yeah, head to toe, or ear to toe, I was a tall bitch.
That was a fun night. That was a really fun night. I was the Bride of Frankenstein that night, and I was the second tallest person there, but my wig was it was too much. When I got home, I was like, no.
Yeah, no, literally. because one of my friends was like taking Polaroids. I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
But yeah, like all the Polaroids, you can literally just see you and me towering over everyone.
Stacked. And I'm like, y'all are ugly.
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell's are in the room right now.
I'm like, sorry, can y'all move out the way? I don't want to step on you.
Yeah. Or if you want it, but then you have to pay for it.
That's true.
Then you have to pay for it because, I'm trying to think. My favorite Halloween costume. I don't know. I am really okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I didn't start trying for Halloween until like this year. And last Halloween was drag queen, and this Halloween was like I was like, okay, I do drag all the time. Like, I'm always either in or out of geese because now I've been deciding to dress more feminine and present more feminine and all these things. And so now it's when you're in drag, you also need to amp it up and be like do an actual costume because.
Right. You're like, drag is not enough. Like, you gotta be something that you're not usually.
Exactly.
Halloween. I got that.
What is, not to go all the way, skip all the way forward to Halloween, but Halloween?
Okay, so I recently watched Encanto because, everybody's been raving about it, so I was like, I'm just gonna hop on with the wave.
Yeah.
And I literally think Dolores, I don't know if you know her character.
Yes, of course. The
supersonic, yeah, she's got a little supersonic hearing or whatever. I just think is like the prettiest Disney character. Like, I know Isabella was supposed to be like the pretty one, but I'm like, bitch, you're mad ugly. Dolores is it. Like, so that's who I want to be for Halloween.
I think Isabella is gorgeous. You should be.
I mean, she's pretty, but like, girl, bye. Dolores is the moment. Yeah. You also know that I love the color red. I'm not wearing any today, surprisingly. But Dolores has like the little red, like, like. Oh,
you had a red jacket earlier on though.
That's true. I do have my fur jacket.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dolores just has like, the little like red, like, and then her hair is like so like natural and curly. Yeah. And like the red skirt. Like, she's sickening. I want to be her.
Felix is so cute. Like, the parents were so cute.
They were adorable.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you thinking Halloween 2022? I mean, obviously, like, it's only January. You might change your mind, but.
See, this Halloween, I want to do like a full Halloween week. I think I really want to go for like look after look after look. I want to be a spider for one of the days, but like, of course. Wait. Yes.
This just not to throw you off guard, but did you ever is there like this video that was like circulating on Facebook of like this guy that had dressed his dog up as like a spider?
Yes. Oh my. It's okay. First, you still use Facebook?
Mind your business.
20. As a really young lady like myself, I don't use Facebook.
I was just my mom showed it to me on
Us young girls, us 20-somethings, us early 20-somethings.
21
ladies.
Yeah, don't ask how old I've been 21 for. I'm just 21.
I've been 20. I always say my age like online, so like I can't escape it now. No. Some people. So one of our friends recently had a birthday, and I looked at their age, and they're like just turning this age. I said, I don't think so. That's a little suspect. I was like, because in my mind, because it was not that I was trying to like clock them or anything, but it was just like, were you younger than I thought you were? Yeah.
Well, you had also dated said person, so you were kind of just like, how old were you when I dated you?
Exactly.
But, she was just trolling you.
She was just lying. Girl. Wait. Remember last night when someone was like, and of course, no names, of course, someone was like, you look 25, and they were like, I'm 21, and wait, when I tell you, I was looking around, I was like,
well,
hey, I mean, that's what good skincare does.
They didn't say that about me. That's all I'm saying.
No. Well, we're melanated goddesses, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes. No, nothing better but the melanated skin that comes off of us.
It's true.
So, one thing that everyone goes through, especially as a person that does, like, dress more feminine, go more feminine, like, try to lean more towards the gender fluid side of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. When did you start realizing that you were like more of a feminine person, or did you always kind of have that in the back of your mind? You just waited to get out your parents groups, or was it like, oh, you started in high school? Like, when did this like realness come?
I guess like when I came out, like, I mean, I've always been feminine. I just like never like dressed feminine, but like other aspects of me were just always very feminine.
Yes.
But like truthfully, when I was in like middle school or in high school, I just wasn't really expressing myself much through clothing. You know, I was really just kind of dressing like when I was in like school, I would just wear, you know, pants and an anime shirt, so like real simple. I guess it was when I started to like have a job that I was like making money and you know like was able to afford the things that I like wanted to wear. Yeah. But I kind of started to dress a little bit more femininely. You know, obviously moving to Chicago and being around like queer people helped a lot too.
Oh yeah. Once I saw that you could dress any way you wanted, when I moved to Chicago for a summer, I said, oh. Yeah. Why am I dressing normal? Boring. Ew, skirts. And then I was like, then I started having like this weird sense of like, am I non-binary? Then I like asked myself, I was like, maybe I'm going through a moment, right? Just one tear coming down my eye, and you're just looking at yourself. I don't want to be different from everyone else.
But you know, I feel like you also don't have to put like pressure on yourself to like label yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because like I feel like a lot of people like interpret me as being like gender fluid or like non-binary, but I've never like officially said as such. Like I just like, you know, I just dress. I wear guy clothes some days. I wear girl clothes some days. And
yeah, you're just you.
Yeah, like that's kind of just how I view it.
Yeah. I think it's weird. It's really strange because like I feel like this more like feminist, like femininity that comes through me like every single day. And it's strange because like I had a moment for like a really long time where I was like, maybe I'm a trans woman, and like there was a lot of things that were like really going through my head because I was working out and everything. I almost stopped working out, and I was like, wait, I was like, what is happening? And then I was like, oh, you don't need to change who you are to be exactly how you express yourself. And that was like a really interesting time for me because like I've never really thought about like gender before like I got out of with college. Like it was never really a discussion. Like we had one person, but then that was still so taboo at the time, and everyone didn't really people really didn't understand what it meant to be trans. And if you go to places like Ohio or like Connecticut, people still kind of don't know what it's like to be trans.
Yeah. I mean, I will say Connecticut is pretty liberal.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they still like. I feel like even places that are liberal can they still have room to expand more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I feel like Chicago has hit a point to being like it feels like so nice to walk out. At least where we are. Not everyone in Chicago is even like this, but like the places that we like kind of spot by and hang out is usually pretty liberal. Usually like very much accepting and opening. Even when we go to like when we have to walk through baseball games. That was one thing that like when we didn't have to deal with people on the trains for baseball. Yeah. That was so magnifique. I hated it. Yeah. The trains get crowded up so quickly.
They get crowded up so quickly, and you could just tell that it's people who don't usually take the train and don't necessarily know train etiquette. No. Like, just their spacing on the train and, like, the way it's like, you need to sit the fuck down. You need to push in. Like, people are trying to get on this train.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
People are trying to get on this train, move around, and be cute. And stuff like that.
See, and this is a moment where I say I love the people of New York more because I feel like I've had it happen. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, where like the train, like you're standing on the platform, the train's super crowded, but you're looking in, like you can't get on the train, but you're looking in, and there's like empty seats. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just because everyone's standing and nobody wants to sit. That would literally never happen in New York. If there was an empty seat and like the train was full and people were trying to get in, they'd be like, you sit down so people can push it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the people take up so much space. Like, people, like, the self-awareness check sometimes frustrates me because you're just like, why can't people understand that you can't, like, girl.
If you're in New York and you're not self-aware, somebody will aware you.
Somebody will tell you.
Somebody will let you know.
That you are not aware enough. Yeah. That's very interesting. Like, coming from Detroit, it's a little different because we don't have like metro stations. We only have like buses that barely. Like when I say barely even work, I mean y'all barely even work. And I try. Like the thing is, I try. I try to like go out and look really like really cute in Detroit, but there's no place to show out either. Like, I feel like Detroit also has nothing to do, and so like sometimes you're like going to the movies. That's it. Like, we have a movie and a mall.
Yeah. No, when I was in Connecticut, this last like trip, I was like looking up like some gay bars to go to.
Yeah.
And
were there any?
There's a few in New Haven, but the issue is that like that's like it's like about an hour out from where I'm at, and I'm like, girl, that's too far to go to the clubs. There are some in Hartford, which is like closer to where my family in Connecticut. My mom lives in East Hartford, but the issue with the clubs in Hartford is that I was reading through the Yelp reviews for the gay clubs, and they're only like gay in name. Like, a lot of straight people just go to those clubs, and like I guess the gay culture of it has just been lost because like you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think there's like enough of a gay population going out clubbing.
Yeah, no one's like, I'm gay, let's go to Connecticut.
Right.
Let's go over to Connecticut. Let's do something.
Even though Connecticut is very gay friendly.
I need to go to Connecticut because
It's pretty. Listen, I always tell people Connecticut is a pretty state to go to look at on your way from New York to Boston.
Okay.
On your drive from New York to Boston.
New York to Boston.
Yeah, when you're driving from New York to Boston, it's just drive through Connecticut, especially if it's the fall. It's really pretty in the fall.
Okay.
Don't make any stops. Just drive through it.
No. Not even for apple cider. I feel like places like that have like those house stores. You know what I'm talking about? Like when people sell things like all the way down their driveway, like their apple butter and stuff like that people just drive past.
Yeah.
I feel like Connecticut would have a lot of those things.
I mean, there is something called like the Apple Harvest Festival, or maybe it's just called the Apple Festival. I don't know. Like every fall, there's like a Apple Festival that goes on in, I want to say it's Southington, Connecticut, and they have like anything apple you could possibly want. Apple fritters, apple pies, apple cider.
Apple cider.
Yeah, just apple everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's cute. It's
okay.
Cute.
Then I maybe take a little trip. If I ever wanted to decompress, maybe get a cabin for a weekend there.
Yeah.
Not longer than a weekend though.
Yeah. Like, I will say though, if you're looking for food in Connecticut, my favorite thing from Connecticut is their clam chowder. They have really good clam chowder.
I'm vegetarian, so.
Oh, never mind.
I can't eat meat, and that makes it awkward. It makes it awkward for people when they get meat.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine not eating meat.
Girl, it's actually quite easy after a while. Been vegetarian for 4 years now. And, okay, now I want to get into a little bit of drama and get a little bit petty. And, of course, this question is asked every single podcast, but I'm like, what's the most petty thing that's ever happened to you, that you've ever done, or even ever witnessed? Because, like, the world is real petty right now, and, bitch, I think that there's nothing wrong with being a little petty. Because, you know, sometimes people, like, the last podcast I was on, like, someone came and, like, was like, I can only be petty 3 times in a year. And I was like, that's a good rule. Where you can just be, like, kind of a bitch for 1 second.
Like, get that toxicity out.
Yeah. You need to allow yourself toxicity, or you just can't be like a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I don't know, the pettiest thing I've ever done. I'm not really a petty person, as you know.
No.
But
just a little bit.
Well, I don't know if it's petty. Like, I wasn't doing it to get back at anyone, but it's definitely very like, when I think of the moment in my history that I, like, go back at, and I'm like, yeah, I can't believe you did that. I always think back to high school on prom day.
Yeah.
So prom day, the way my high school worked was that the day of prom, the seniors didn't have to go to school, just so that the girls can get their hair done and their nails done and all that jazz.
My school bitch, that's so cute. Keep going.
Yeah.
My school made us all, like, go to school that day. We had 4 hours to go and come back. That's annoying.
Our prom was at, like, I want to say 6:30 or something, and they gave the seniors the whole day to get ready. And so, you know, I was straight at the time. I wasn't out of the closet.
She was giving very much macho man.
I was given something. I don't know that I've ever been macho, but yeah, no, I've never really been macho. That's not my gig.
No.
But yeah, no, so we were, you know, we had prom off, and I was dating a girl at the time, and we lost our virginities to each other.
What?
Yeah, I'm not a gold star gay. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not a gold star gay. Like, You know what? There's no such. That is toxic naming. You just had sex with another person that can bring you some type of joy or whatever happened in your case.
I mean, if it had brought me joy, I wouldn't have been gay. But
oh my god. Well, I will say that all the beautiful lady parts, vaginas that I have gotten to explore and take in have been really nice. I think you should always give them one more chance.
No, I don't know about that, but I will say that I don't understand when gay people are disgusted by vaginas. I'm like, they're not gross. They're just a human body part. Maybe just not one that you prefer, but. That's true. I like them, and even I agree. They're really nasty.
What do they look like? They look like just elephant trunks. Like, it's really weird. Like, if you think about it too long, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
The elephant trunks, but also like the mushrooms, like the ones that look like mushrooms.
Girl, the small, especially when they're small mushrooms.
Girl.
Okay, go back to what you were saying.
Well, actually, it ties in. So I had sex with my girlfriend, lost my virginity to her, and during the day because we had prom off.
Yeah.
So, we lost our virginities in the morning. We went to prom, and then after prom, we had an after party.
Ooh.
So, we had all, like, rented out, like, some rooms at a hotel, and we were just, like, drinking, smoking, pretending to be, like, older than we actually were.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend had gotten...
I love how you say it, like, my girlfriend.
She still is, like, she's my girlfriend now, but just, like, a different type of girlfriend. We don't date. But
so y'all are still friends?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's happened, but like y'all are still friends.
Yeah,
okay.
No, I'm friends with some of my exes.
Girls, not all girls. You don't gotta. The thing is, I don't get this little like this moment that everyone on generation. You gotta be friends. No, you do not have to be friends with your ex. Like that does not need to be a thing.
No.
Like we do not need to be friendly to one another. We need not to. We can be cordial, I guess.
I mean, what's the point of holding on to the past? Like,
girl,
let it go.
No, I'm a grudge girl. You know I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so we were just like, like drinking, smoking after the prom or whatever. My girlfriend got super fucking drunk and was passed out by like 11 p.m.
11?
So, yeah, literally like super early. I was like ready. I was like, that was my first time like ever going to a party when I was in high school. Like that wasn't... Yeah, that was like my first time. Like I'd never gone to like a... Like I'd gone to parties in like the sense of like birthday parties, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, like not like you know what I mean?
Like house parties. Okay,
yeah.
That's good to know.
So that was like my first party, and so I was like ready to be up till like 2-3 a.m. My girlfriend like went to sleep at 11. I was like, this fucking lame ass bitch. So I was like, anyways. I hit up this boy who was closeted.
Oh my god. Not hitting up this boy. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I hit up this boy who was closeted, and I'm like, hey, you should come over and, let's like do some stuff. And he's like, what about your girlfriend? Like, isn't she also staying in the hotel room with you? And I'm like, yeah, but she's asleep.
No. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so she was sleeping. The hotel room had 2 beds. She was sleeping in one bed, and I just got my business popping in the other. So yeah, that was the story of how in one day
Does she know about this?
Yeah, she knows about this.
And you were wait.
I mean, I told her a few years after. I didn't tell her like then at the time because I was like 17 and like chaotic. But
wait. Like you fully like you. Oh,
I didn't have sex with the guy. We just sucked each other's dicks.
Oh, yeah. I was sitting here. I was like, not you getting your cheeks full. Well,
no.
Well.
No.
I was sitting here. I was like, okay, girl, let's hear it.
No. But yeah, so I had sex with the girl, and then like, maybe 12 hours later, sucked my first dick.
Come on. So was prom night you also had sex with a girl?
Prom day.
Oh, okay.
And then prom night was the boy, and then prom day. Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah. So I feel like that's the pettiest thing that I've ever done.
Bisexual queen.
Yeah. That's how I identified at the time. I had a bit of a transition period. I was I'm bi for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna get out. But bi people are valid. There are real bi people, just not me. But
no. Yes. Remember, bi people are valid. No, I'm trying to think about my first prom. I actually had a really my prom sucked because I was dancing with this girl and you could tell, you can in case y'all heard that little pour in the drink, we do have something that was poured, and I'm appreciating that.
Dehydrated.
It's actually sparkling water.
Yeah, sparkling.
Yeah, exactly. But freaking,
it's really sparkling. It's got me feeling all tingly.
It's got me. Oh my god! This sparkling water got me feeling great.
Sparkling water is like, oh my god.
Just a little bit. It's actually a little bit. It's a seltzer, so like we're over 21. We can talk about drinking. But that's really no. Thinking about my prom was very interesting because my date didn't want to dance with me, like, at all. And it felt like the
were
whole
you
time.
out by then, or like were you?
And like I was getting real like, hey yo, yeah, where we going? Like, what we doing? Like, I thought I was going, you know.
Were you pulling the girls? I feel like 6'3" Justin. Like, were you pulling the girls?
Okay, so it was weird. I think everyone probably had a sense that I was a little bit gay.
Yeah.
but and the thing is, I was ugly in high school.
I feel like everyone's ugly in high school. Like, if I showed you pictures of me in high school, you wouldn't believe it.
Girl, I look like in high school, I look like a full milk dud. Yeah. Like, genuinely full milk dud, like Little Bill. Like, bald.
Little Bill.
And the thing is, my shoulders broadened out throughout, like, college. But in high school, my shoulders were, like, super thin and my head was super big and, like, not
just built like a lamppost.
Built like a lamppost, like, very much. And, like, she just didn't dance with me the whole entire time. It just hurt my feelings. It was one of those things where I was like, this is my prom night, too. And, like, I get it, but we could have made, like, a cute little moment. We could have just, because we were just going
Did
as
she
friends.
just not know how to dance, or was, okay.
Yeah, and, like.
I don't know if it was that she didn't know how to dance, or she didn't want to be seen dancing with a gay guy, like, I don't know. Or, like, with a pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, yeah, just a flamboyant person. Yeah. Especially where I was, because being, like, because I'm actually from, like, a suburb. I don't know if it's a suburb like that. Suburb of Detroit, and like black people like I was in a very black Christian area, and so like black people do not serve.
Yeah,
gays.
They were not living for the flamboyance.
Girl, they're not living for the flamboyancy at all, and like there was one kid it was very interesting. They were just so gay that like everyone was like, well, you can't pick on the only gay person, and they're just like, it was really weird because like when someone lives in their truth like so freely, sometimes it actually pushes people away rather than pulls people in. And like this bitch could fight too. That's the thing. She could fight.
Yeah. So I was talking about this the other day with one of my friends back in Connecticut. Yeah. How it's rare, but sometimes we experience this cultural phenomenon where a population of people like doesn't like a certain community, whether that be like black people or like LGBT people or like whatever, but they'll be like just a superstar or like a celebrity that is like accepted. Like, okay, so the example that I was giving, I was talking about like this one judge named Doctora Ana Maria Polo, who she's like the Judge Judy of like Spanish television. Yeah. And she's lesbian and she's like super liberal and it's just so interesting to me because like so many Latin households are like so Christian based and like so homophobic. Yeah. And yet they all love this woman who is like a known lesbian. And so it's just like really interesting. Like every now and then you'll just get someone like that who like
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like
that like kind of just goes past goes past being gay and goes past all these things and like I find that very interesting actually. Yeah.
I mean they're the people like that are the ones that really open the gate for normalization. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, okay, La Doctora Ana Maria Polo's like a lesbian and we all love her, so maybe lesbians don't suck.
Yeah, you know? That's
like,
what I think about even though she's very problematic now, but like Ellen too, and even like a lot of people don't want to say this, but like drag has been in our culture for so long, especially black culture. Like think about Medea.
That's literally drag.
It's literally drag. Like
it's camp.
It's camp.
It's camp drag.
It's camp.
That is
drag,
a camp queen.
Girl, and problematic as hell.
Yeah.
But like, given a very like sometimes.
But iconic.
Oh, should we watch Tyler Perry? wait. A Tyler Perry movie night? They're so bad. They're so bad that like it's funny to watch. Like there was this one movie called Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson. girl, Tyler Perry puts his women through some wiggatry, girl. Some wiggatry. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, everyone has had, like, a wig that maybe it's not, like, the best. But he be giving these black girls wigs, and I be looking like, a hard front? in 2022.
Yeah.
We still giving out hard fronts to the girls.
I mean, listen, Tyler Perry does believe in drag, but it is straight drag. It is drag for straight people. It's definitely there's not a gay person up in that production team helping.
No, but the thing is, did you know that he used to go to drag shows and like there was I'm forgetting the drag queen's name. Maybe I'll put a picture right here. But apparently he went to yeah, exact. Like he went to a drag queen show and like wrote down like everything this drag queen was saying like almost every night for like not every night but like we'll come once a month and get more material from her. And then like
he better pay her.
Girl, but he never did. And the drag queen was like, yeah, he used to come to the bar every night. And of course, no one's gonna be drag queen. Da, 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 da. But it's like frustrating because like you're stealing from queer culture, but you're not gonna give it back to queer culture, which is like just so many things and has so many layers. And I'm just like. It's just really frustrating, and like don't get me wrong, Tyler Perry has opened a lot of doors for a lot of people, and I just hope that he can find a way to like understand that maybe everything that he's doing is not the best thing in the world, and like he can go back to that drag queen and be like, here are some of your residuals. I'm so sorry, like I have been like keeping you in the dark for so long, but you were the inspiration for all this. Yeah. And also, all the girlies got hard fronts, but Tyler Perry like has a lace front. Is the only person with lace front. Like, Tyler Perry has a like, dude.
He said, I'm spending the budget on me. Fuck y'all.
Like, you know that wig in unit is lace front and human hair, honey. Tyler Perry said, because, like, if you look at this wig, because I was, like, looking, I was like, is that a lace? I was, like, not giving the girls, like, this crunchy little hard front, and then you come out, this is my scalp, baby. Honey, this is my scalp.
She said, what wig?
What wig?
What? Wig.
But it's also I think it'd be really interesting to kind of like thing is I do like if I were to ever get the opportunity I would act in like a Medea film, but it's very interesting because I'm like you are Medea, like you are like one of the biggest icons, and so like when you are in that drag, are you still Medea when you're not like talking to us as actors, or like do you come in and out of it because you're also directing your shit too? Like it's very interesting. It's very interesting. He's probably like normal actors and just comes out of it, but still, like, that's very interesting to be such an iconic character for almost 20-something years now.
Yeah.
That's very, like, that's very interesting. And I guess, like, between him and RuPaul, those are, like, the two biggest drag queens in the world.
That's true, yeah.
Our two biggest drag queens are black, honey, which is...
We love to see it.
And T.S. Madison, who's a black, a trans woman.
Yes,
we love her.
Yes.
And Laverne. Well, not Laverne Cox.
Laverne Cox.
No, she's not a drag queen.
She's trans icon.
Trans icon. I'm trying to think. Because I'm trying to think of when we met. Like, because I can't pinpoint it actually. Because I know it was through Tristan, but I can't remember the exact date I saw you.
The first time I remember seeing you, like, in person, okay, that's actually really funny. So the first time I remember seeing you in person was, I was shopping at Akira.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that you worked with Tristan.
Oh,
Tristan's
okay.
But yeah, so I just didn't know that you worked with them. Yeah, and so I just, like, went to Akira, and I was like, oh, like, Tristan, you work with them? And they were like, yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. Because I had, like, matched you on Tinder, like,
oh,
a few weeks before.
bitch!
Yeah, like, 1 or 2 weeks before, so I, like, just saw you at Akira, and I was just like...
Pretty bitches!
Like, this is another situation of, like, queer people all knowing each other, and it was.
Yeah. It's one of... Yeah. I remember... Actually, I have one of those things when I know someone, I can't. Like, I can't, like, because I knew you from Tristan. And so, like, when my friends know someone, I don't know why, like, when my friends know someone before I'm dating someone, I can't date the person. I don't know why. It's one of my biggest, like, weirdest, like, things because, like, I don't know. I guess I'm very private when it comes to my relationships, and I don't really talk about it too much, except online apparently.
Yeah, real private.
Yeah,
how many followers?
2,000 on TikTok. But,
yeah, so private.
So private. I'm so private.
Nobody knows her business.
She's secret. She's impossible.
I don't even know her name. Who is she? So secretive.
I just have a blur in my face for the whole entire time.
You know when they like they're doing like a television like crime TV show and there's like an anonymous like witness and they like black them out. That's how we're gonna have you for the podcast. Just like the deep voice, the modifier.
Hello, y'all.
My name's Justin Petty.
My name's Justin Petty. Nice to see y'all. Have you ever thought about doing drag?
Yes, I have. I feel like I've gotten in drag. I've never done drag.
Me too. Like I've also taken photos in drag, but that's not doing drag.
Yeah, like I've never like gotten on a stage and performed and like like gotten my life. But except for like in high school, I like played Angel in our school's production of Rent.
You were Angel?
I was Angel, the little straight boy with the girlfriend. Yeah, I was Angel.
Oh my! You were. They were probably like, you should audition. Yeah. You know when the teachers come up to you.
That's exactly what happened. I was not into I like was not really into musical theater. I wasn't into acting. I was like really like if you had met me then, it was like a really like
whole different bitch.
Yeah, it's like a whole different bitch. Like I was just like I said, like I was just a very academic, straight A, scholarly type. Kind of I was like a little like just like prudish and like like kind of stuck up. Like you know what I mean?
Me too.
But
I understand because you can smell everyone's shit. Your nose is so high in the air.
Yeah, very that. So I would just like always walk around the school like that, and I wasn't into music or anything like that. And the music teacher, I won't even call him my music teacher because I never took a music class in high school. Mm-hmm. But the music teacher was like, "You should audition for our school's musical," and I was like, "Why the fuck would I do that?" And he just like kept trying to convince me, and I like wasn't here for it. And then I don't know if he told the other faculty of the school to try to convince me, or if the other faculty of the school just was trying to convince me.
Angel, honey.
Yeah, but everyone kept trying to convince me to do it. They were like, "You'd be perfect for the role," and I was like, "I don't fucking care." Until my social studies teacher was like, "You should do it because you have a lot of stage presence." And I was like, "Well, if you put it that way."
I hate you. You said once someone gives me a real reason why I should be in this show, I'm gonna do it.
I was like, okay, so I'm a good fit, and I don't care. Like I don't want to fit this shit. Like
girl, you said I'm straight.
I'm straight.
I'm straight. Don't forget. So you have to sing like today for you, tomorrow for me.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's one of the roles I really want to play.
Angel.
Tonight. Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
That and
I had to modify some of the parts of it because my voice can't really go. I mean, Angel's voice doesn't really go that high either, but my voice can't go as high as Angel's. So.
Oh yeah, because she does have that one note at the end. Tomorrow for me.
Yeah, that's the one.
Did you watch the live version of Rent with Valentina in it?
No, but I heard I love Valentina, so I'm not gonna say what I heard.
She's really. I hate you. She was really good.
Yeah,
she was really good at acting. I really appreciate her. And like sometimes, like people, live theater is hard. Like
yes.
Live theater is not. I'm not going to sit here and say that live theater is easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It's hard.
Shit is hard, and remembering lines is hard. I mean, being pretty on stage isn't hard, especially like. I mean, look at us now, like.
No. I mean, just put me on the stage, and I'm already pretty on stage. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, on stage, stunning, giving face, vocals, and I wish I was more of a musical theater girl. I'm just like you'll see me in like Fences, like real sad. Like I'm a sad actor, very serious. Like
Lana Del Rey music video vibes. Mm-hmm. Like okay.
Well, it's because I love comedy. Like, and I think I'm hilarious. But like at school, like whenever we were doing comedies, I only did 2 comedies, and I was always like the more serious person because they were like you're funny in real life, but like you're just like a more down to earth actor, and I was like, I don't know if it's a compliment or not because I want to be on New Girl. I want to be on New Girl. So let's talk about the future. What are we looking forward to? Anything that you are like, you said you did want to work out a little bit during this year.
Yes, that would be nice.
Yes, and we can get you there, girly girl. And are you excited for the new year? Or like, you don't even have to have goals, but are you excited for what's coming up? Are you excited for the way that you've been kind of putting the energy out there?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited. Like I said, my 2021 New Year's resolution has rolled over and into 2022, and we will be getting a summer body ?
Period. No, we will.
Period. Yeah, period. Not question mark. But also, I feel like I'm at a point in my life where, like, you know, I'm ready for a new job, you know what I mean? Right now I work in the mortgage industry, which is fine, but I'm ready for a new job and just kind of like a transformative process. So that's what I'm looking forward to in 2022, you know, just like new beginnings.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully hopefully we can say that this podcast is going to be a hit, and then I'll hire you to help me manage money.
Well, fingers crossed. Y'all heard it here. Watch this.
Watch this.
My future career is depending on it. If you don't want to see an impoverished youth on the street, please.
Yeah, if you don't like queer people, please dislike the video. I don't want to see it. Like, unfollow. Like, I'm done. Like, you want to support us, right? Like, then support us.
Then do it.
Do it. Like, I'm trying to make a little bit of money right now.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that you're looking for a new job. That's when I was gonna leave my job either way, but when they called me and they were like, hey. And I was just sick for so long, and I got it. I knew they were either I was going to call them or they were going to call me. And they're like, you can come back whenever you want. But also in my head, I'm just like, I'm glad that I kind of got this cut off because it's time for a new chapter in my life. Yeah. Retail, love the people there. Love the people I worked with. Sucks. Hate it. Retail sucks.
I don't even consider it retail, but I guess it is considered retail. I worked at Office Depot for like 2 months, and that was like my retail job, and that was literally terrible. I hated that job so much.
Oh my god. Retail.
Yeah, people are just really frustrating, and then you have people that come in like 15 minutes before close and are really trying to like shop. It's like, man.
Why are you shopping?
Like,
but it's always the most like the people love to pretend like you're their friend the whole time.
Girl.
Like, hey, girl, you know me. I'm always like coming in last minute.
And you know me, I'm not really good at like that fake smile bullshit. Like, they'll come up to me I'll be working the cash register, and they're like trying to like make jokes with me because like they're trying to lighten the mood because I've been here half an hour past closing because they've just been shopping, and I just like.
Like, why are you here? Like, why are you here? What are you doing?
Yeah.
When I tell you, I'll tell one story. It's just that I'm still so close to it. Like, you know, sometimes you can't relive what a job does. But let's just say, like, the ladies, like, the thing about working retail is people don't care about you. People never care about you. It's about them. Which is true. Retail is about them. But it's frustrating because you're just sitting there and they'll just be like, could you just pick this up for me? And just drop the clothes on the floor. Like...
That's crazy.
Girl.
I never did clothes, like, retail with clothes. That would piss me off.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because, like, you know what I mean? Like, a POC, like, you can't just be dropping clothes on the floor and be like, pick the shit up.
Girl, it was other
like,
POC. That's the thing. It's other POC.
That's crazy.
Girl, it'd be black people just being like, huh, pick it up.
Come get this.
And, or, like...
It's a no from me,
it's
love.
It's a no for me. Or they're like, you dressed me ugly. This is all ugly. I don't want none of this. This doesn't fit me. And they'll pick up the clothes.
I'm confused. I'm like, don't y'all... What? Like...
it was like... the thing about working retail is, like, people will say that they want your help, but they don't want your help. They just say they want your help. Because they're like, I don't like this. I don't like these clothes. I don't like the way that, I don't know. It was just weird. It was one of those things that was like, I don't want to work retail again. At least that much retail, because it was so busy where I worked all the time. Because, you know, it's, you know, faster fashion. I guess I don't work there anymore, so it doesn't really matter if I say the name, but...
Yeah, you don't work there.
No,
What's already been said, right? Akira?
Yeah, Akira. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if I should have said that.
Girl, well, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm not saying anything too negative. I mean, I'm not saying any, like the work.
Listen, this jacket's from Akira. I love Akira. I ain't work there, so I don't got beef with them. I love their clothes. Akira
I love their clothes.
Me.
Okay, honestly, Akira's clothes amazing. Akira's like style, like I loved everything about Akira, and the customers were just annoying, and that's okay. And not all customers. Like it would be like 80% great people, then 20% terrible people. And 20% is still
you know
a lot,
what?
but...
It's just the 20%, because I would agree it was the same at Office Depot, but it's just like the 20% is just very powerful. Like it's a very powerful 20%.
Thing is, everyone can be so nice to you all day, but one person can ruin it. Like, that's the interesting thing about, like, one person can ruin your whole day.
I mean, not my day. I personally have, like, this attitude where, like, work Kelsey, I have, like, this really amazing skill where, like, once I walk out that front door, or in my case, since I work from home, once I click, like, log off, like, anything that has happened throughout the day is, like, pack that shit up, throw it out. Like, it's of no service to me anymore.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way
It'll piss me off. It'll ruin my work day. Like, I'll be mad about it while I'm at work. Yeah. But the second I'm off that clock, I'm like, ooh, fuck that bullshit. I'm done.
I love that. I want to have that energy, but like I said, I'm just a Capricorn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a good energy to have. I should probably like not be like, fuck that bullshit. I should like my job, but you know, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll
2022.
Get. That's why you're looking for a new one.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
No, do you have any work friends?
Do I have any work friends? No. So I started working from home at the mortgage company that I work at. And I got hired during the pandemic, so I've literally never met a single one of my coworkers.
Oh, okay.
Just, like, yeah. One of my friends, who was the one that got me the job, used to work there, but like she's not my work friend because I knew her prior to, and also she like quit shortly after I got the job. So like.
She said, "I'm gonna get you this job, but I'm gonna get out." Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that for her.
She said, "I'm gonna stay here just long enough for you to get this."
That's so nice of her.
Yeah, I love it.
Money, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, I've just been working from home. I just had like, we have like weekly or monthly. We have like a weekly meeting. We have a monthly meeting, but I was in one of my weekly meetings. And we never turn on the camera for our weekly meetings. Just this last week, my boss was like, "Oh, I'd like you to turn your cameras on, please." So I was just like, "Oh, okay." So this week was literally, like, this last week was my first time that any of my coworkers have seen my face. I've just been working with them for, like, over a year, and they just know me as, a lot of them still think I'm a girl, because Kelsey, you know?
Yeah. They're not wrong.
I mean, I am.
She's like, "Look, such a pretty lady."
That's a pretty lady.
Stop. Well, Kelsey, I want to say thank you so much for coming on this podcast. It has been such a pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's an honor talking to you, like, really, like, from the heart. Like, I just love being around you.
I love you so much.
The other day, I just want to say, like, on the podcast, the other day you said you love me, and it hit me really hard. And I appreciate you so much as a friend, like, genuinely. And I was sitting there, I was like, I don't know why it hit me so hard. Maybe because I was just, like, going through a lot that day, but when you said it, I was like, I really need to hear that, and I appreciate you a lot.
Oh, I'm glad I was able to do that.
Not to have a special moment on the podcast, but, like, it was so nice. Say your socials so everyone can follow you.
Yes, I mean, I'm really honestly only on Instagram, Midnight Gambler. Give me a follow.
Yes, follow Midnight Gambler. Yes. Well, y'all, do not forget to follow me at Justin Petty Official on Instagram, Miss J Petty on Twitter. I am just too petty on TikTok. And don't forget to follow the new podcast Instagram at A Little Bit Petty Podcast. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to like this podcast and rate it 5 stars, because it's really important. It's how we tick up.
My job depends on it.
His job depends on it. Their job, they need the money to support your queer people. Period. Yeah. Any final thoughts before we go?
Be safe, everyone.
Yeah. Be safe, wear a mask, and this will be the day before Black History Month, the day this comes out. So y'all, I'm actually going to put some links in the bio for some organizations that can help with Black Lives Matter, and just other organizations that can help young Black, trans, and queer folk, because we are even though we're like joking around, we are both very serious about like supporting our young queer youth, and we really want to help uplift them. And I'm trying to do a little bit myself. I'm not going to just talk. I'm going to walk the walk, girl. So don't forget to donate, and be nice to your Black friends. And I love y'all. Thanks for listening to A Little Bit Petty. Bye. A Little Bit Petty is a Like Genuinely production, edited and produced by Justin Petty. And don't forget to rate us 5 stars and follow the podcast. See y'all later. Mwah.